It is way too early for this. Hey guys, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my universe. It is currently 7:30 in the morning right now, and if you know me personally, you know that I am never up this early. But today, my family and I are going to California, and we are staying at a beach house for a week. I'm so excited. I can't wait to just like straight up relax. But this vlog isn't really about California necessarily. It's more about the book that I'm going to read while on vacation. I will hopefully finish Duma Key by Stephen King. This right here, this chonker right here, I don't know very much about it except for the fact that it mostly takes place at a beach house. So isn't that fun? I just thought, I would immerse myself into the experience and read something that also takes place at the same place I'm going to be at, because I'm smart, but not really, because I'm going to be straight up terrified the entire time. Here's the vlog. Hey. All right, so I made my daily goal for today, so that's exciting. I need to explain what this book is about though, because at first I didn't know anything about it, and now I do. We follow around this dude. I already forget his name. His name is Edgar. He got in this terrible crane accident when he was driving his truck. And so now he has a ton of trauma, and he lost his right arm. His therapist is like, this is so weird filming in front of people because you get to hear me mess up and you get to hear the back behind the scenes things. Yes. Anyway, so his therapist is like, dude, you should probably change scenery. So he goes to this beach house in Florida, Duma Key, Florida. He actually takes up drawing again because he used to draw when he was a kid. I found out what's really creepy about this book. Oh, I probably should say that this is gonna be very spoilery. I should probably say that. Basically, the house starts talking to him. So it hasn't happened a lot yet, but I'm guessing that he kind of goes psychotic from this house. This kind of reminds me of The Shining. Anyways, that's as far as I have gotten. I'll update y'all later. Good morning from Carlsbad, California. If you could even see it, there we go. So we got in yesterday, but I didn't film at all just because I was enjoying this. Let's talk about Duma Key for a second. Edgar basically starts getting into drawing, like I told you earlier. He just gets this very strong feeling that he should draw something, so he just starts drawing. He ends up drawing this man who's covered in blood, and turns out later on his daughter announces that she's engaged, and when he sees a photo of her fiance, it's the guy that he drew. So far, I'm really enjoying it, so. I got a bucket hat today. Duma Key. Let's talk about it, even though I'm pretty sure nothing new has really changed. Can you guys hear me over the waves? I feel like they're so aggressive right now. Whenever Edgar feels the need to draw, and he starts drawing, whatever he draws ends up coming to life, coming true. It doesn't come to life where like it comes out of the painting, but like it ends up actually happening in real life. And he has started to see visions also. Like one day he saw a vision that one of his lifelong friends, he saw this man standing on the stairs and his eye was like gone, like he shot himself. So Edgar is kind of like Superman, sees into the future, doesn't know how to handle it kind of deal. It's kind of whack, kind of cool though. I'm really liking it, but yeah, good talk. All right, folks, I'm trying to update you because a lot has gone down. I'm past the halfway point in Duma Key, but I feel like it is so loud outside because of the ocean. But it's fine. We're gonna deal with it. Basically, Edgar, his paintings are now in an art show, but something crazy kind of happened. So one of his best friends in Florida now, his name is Wireman. Wireman ended up trying to commit suicide a few months prior. He shot himself in the head, but the bullet missed. It didn't end up killing him. It only ended up hindering his eyesight. So Wireman has slightly been losing his vision as time goes on. And finally he told Edgar about it. And Edgar ended up painting and now Wireman can see again. So whatever Edgar wants to happen, he can basically make happen through his paintings. This is actually a super good book, and I'm super into it. I guess maybe part of it has to do with the fact that I also like drawing and painting, so I'm really appreciative of the artist side of it. It's also so freaking creepy because there's this woman, her name is Elizabeth, and she's very old. She's in her 80s and she has Alzheimer's. Wireman actually watches over her. He's kind of like her caregiver. She's actually from a very rich family. They own a lot of property on Duma Key, including the house that Edgar is staying at, which he calls Big Pink. But she is so creepy sometimes. Like the things that she says, sometimes she'll call Big Pink, she'll call the number and leave very mysterious voicemails. One time she was like, "You'll find it in the attic." And Edgar straight up was like, "Excuse me, find what?" I think that this story is actually going to continue to develop Elizabeth's character as well, because every once in a while we'll get glimpses into her childhood, because there are lots of rumors, because a lot of people say that she used to be an artist when she was younger, but then she just randomly stopped and nobody knows what happened. So I'm really excited to get to know Elizabeth more and just to see where the rest of this takes us. So it is our last day here in California. What was I saying? Oh, Duma Key. That's what this whole entire vlog's point is, isn't it? A lot happened, actually. I don't have the book with me right now, hence I'm walking over to the beach. Basically what happened is Edgar started painting this series of paintings. I think there was like 8 of them. They were called Girl and Ship, and he would always paint them, and he didn't know who was on the boats that he would paint. He just kind of was like, "It's whoever." Wow, it's really loud over here. Maybe I'll tell you about it more later on when I'm not right by the ocean. This will work though. Okay, so basically, going off of what I said earlier, so he finally found out that this boat's name is Percy. He still doesn't really know what that means, right? Well, in the midst of all this, he goes to this art show, basically that is literally all of his art. And as this art show is going on, Elizabeth, the old woman, she actually asks him, "Did you paint the boat?" And he's like, "Yes." And so he shows her all of his Girl and Ship pictures, and she literally tells him that he has to sell them all. It doesn't even matter how many there are, he has to sell them and get them off of Duma Key as fast as possible. Elizabeth literally has a seizure and she ends up in the hospital. She later on passes away from it, so then Edgar is at the hospital with Wireman. And as the night goes on, Edgar ends up staying at a hotel. Tons of stuff goes down. Wireman ends up visiting Big Pink, the house that Edgar usually stays at, and he gives Edgar a call and leaves a voicemail for him because Edgar didn't pick up. And basically it was saying, "Dude, somebody was in your house." Isn't that exciting? Literally, Edgar ends up seeing, we don't know if it's a hallucination or not, but he ends up seeing this man, this dead, decomposed man. He's literally like a zombie at this point, like a zombie sailor. This man is in his kitchen. Basically, he came off of the boat, the Percy. Apparently Percy represents a person. I have yet to find out who this person is. The old woman, Elizabeth, they end up finding her red picnic basket that has all of her paintings from when she was a child. When she was 2 years old, she had an accident and she randomly started painting after this accident, and she was only 2 years old and she could paint beautifully. Elizabeth also painted this boat in one of her paintings, and then after a while she just kind of stopped and was like, "Nope, no more painting for me." I am just so bewildered. Like, so much has happened in the past 20 pages. Like, I can't even begin to describe it all to you. Like, it is so insane. This book just got so crazy and I love it so much. That is all. It's a look. Okay, I'm actually gonna fix this though. Hold on. All right, so I just got home. My room is literally a mess right now. You can't tell how dirty my room is like this. Okay, Duma Key. let's talk about Duma Key. I feel like I'm going crazy. I can't believe I'm actually going to say this out loud, but I think I like Duma Key more than I like The Shining. There it is. I said it. It's out in the world now. Duma Key it's so good. It's not my favorite King book. The Institute definitely still holds that place, but I think Duma Key is second. Like, this freaking book. So I know that technically this video is filled with spoilers, so I could tell you how the book ends, but I don't think I necessarily want to do that, because if you want to read it, I highly suggest you do so. It is such a good book to start with, especially if you've never read Stephen King before and you need a good book to kind of like dip your toes in, you know what I'm saying? Basically, Elizabeth was haunted by this girl, Percy. The spirit basically kind of took over and allowed her to be able to paint these crazy, insane paintings that were super realistic. But then because Percy was trying to get Elizabeth to do things, like a possession of a certain part of her mind is the best way I can describe it. Elizabeth was quite frankly terrified of Percy, so she stopped drawing, and that is why she kind of just pushed that part of her life away. Edgar, now that he moved to Duma Key and he had this terrible freak accident, Percy is now inhibiting him and trying to get him to do her bidding, because Elizabeth is now older and she refuses to let Percy have that hold on her. So then Edgar kind of has to go with Wireman and Jack. They're freaking amazing. I love them so much. Wireman is hands down my favorite character in this book. Like, he is so funny. So their trio basically has to go to Elizabeth's childhood home. They have to try and find the root where Percy lives and destroy it so that she can stop trying to grab a hold of other people. That's all I'm going to tell you about the ending. It's so good, though. It is so, for the most part, clean. The biggest trigger warning would be the amount of cuss words, but you're literally going to find that in any Stephen King book you find. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's no sex scenes, hardly any gore. I mean, of course there's going to be gore, because once again, it's Stephen King. I am just completely and utterly in love with this story, in love with the characters. This book is so creepy. It's not like scary. Like, I wasn't terrified for my life, but it was creepy. So many good quotes, so much character exploration, and the diversity in here. Just like, literally, this book covers everything across the board. It is so good. Okay, I need to like stop ranting, because that's what this is going to turn into. Not an ending to a video, but just the beginning of a complete train wreck of Miranda talking about how much she loves Duma Key. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope you liked the vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Please be safe, make good choices, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye!